Hello, I'll be taking you through the project of setting up an Azure Cloud Shell and using GitHub Actions for continuous integration and configuring Azure pipelines for deploying Flask machine learning application. I have already jotted down the steps to run this project. So the first step is to create a GitHub repo. For this, I have already created a GitHub repo named Azure Udacity project. So the second step is to launch Azure Cloud Shell via Azure portal. So for launching an Azure Cloud Shell, you need to click on this icon to launch a Cloud Shell. So a Cloud Shell has been launched. Now you need to create an SSH key in Azure Cloud Shell. So you need to type in SSH-keygen space -t space RSA. So after the SSH key has been created, you need to upload the SSH key on GitHub. For this, you need to go to the settings of your personal account. Navigate to SSH and GPG keys and add the new SSH key that was created. Now you need to clone the GitHub repo through the Azure Cloud Shell. For this, you need to type in git space clone space the SSH repo link. So the SSH repo link of your GitHub repo can be found in. So you need to copy the GitHub SSH repo link. Now, you need to create the scaffolding for your project. For this, first you need to create a makefile. Please make sure that the makefile has been indentated with tabs and not spaces. Now, you need to create a requirement.txt file, a hello.py, and test_hello.py file. Now, you need to create a Python virtual environment for this. So for this, you need to type in python 3 space m vnv and you need to give your repo name in here. So this will be done in the Azure Cloud Shell. After the Python virtual environment has been created, you need to run a makecall command that will run install lint and test code. After this, you need to go to the actions and set up a workflow yourself. So for this, you need to go to the actions, and why here you need to create a new. As you can see, this is already been created. You need to create an action in here, and you need to name the main.yaml file with a python app.yaml file, and you need to change the content of the YAML file with this, and you need to commit the YAML file. After the commit, you need to go back to your actions and you need to check. So once the commit has been done, you can see the create Python YAML file action has been done, and you can see all the checks are already been done. So then you can create a status patch that will show the status of your project, whether it has been passed or failed. To do so, you need to go to the GitHub actions, and through here you can create a status patch. Now we will go through the project of creating a Flask machine learning application and using it to deploy it via Azure pipelines. So I have already also mentioned the steps to run this project in the README file. So the first step is to create a GitHub repo. So we'll follow the same steps that we had followed in the earlier project to clone the GitHub repo as well. And for this, you need to create a scaffoldings for the project. So the first one is the makefile. You need to create a makefile, the requirement.txt, app.py, make underscore predict.sh, and make predict underscore azure underscore app.sh file. Now you need to create a Python virtual environment for this. So you need to follow the similar commands that we had followed in the earlier project and run the makecall command, which will install lint and test the code. Now you need to create an app service that will run the Flask machine learning application. So for this, you need to type in az space web app space up space -n, and you need to give a unique app service name for your application. So in this case, I have given Flask ML Udacity project. So once the app service has been created, it will look like this. Now you need to verify if the deployed application is running as per your expectations or not. For this, you need to browse this URL. So as you can see, I have already browsed this URL, and you can see the application is running on my end. Now you need to make predictions. So for this, you need to change the line in make underscore predict underscore Azure underscore app.sh to match the app service that is being named by you. So once this has been done, you need to give the command dot slash make underscore predict underscore Azure underscore app.sh. So it will show the port that has been opened, and it will show the predictions in here. So you can also check the logs of your running application by browsing through this URL. As you can see, I have already browsed through the URL, and here is the result. Now you need to go to your Azure DevOps project that is there and create a new project. Now you need to navigate to your project settings and create a service connection. So the service connection needs to be created via Azure Resource Manager. Now you need to navigate to your pipelines and create a new pipeline. You need to integrate with it GitHub and configure the pipeline with Python to Linux web app on Azure. So a default YAML file will be configured in the Azure pipelines. So it will look like this. So you can validate and configure the pipeline. So the pipeline, once configured, will build automatically, and once all the test has been passed, it will look somewhat like this, as you can see in my screen. So this is all for the project. Thank you very much.